Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and we are not, well, I almost said we're not painting flowers, but I am. I'm painting some flowers tonight. So we are painting flowers. I was thinking that I wasn't painting flowers because I'm painting a sled, but we're still painting flowers. So I have a son, Owen, who is 11, and he helps me paint. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings with a hand-over-hand method, and then I paint the rest. And red and yellow tend to, for me, kind of fade into the background when I'm painting with them. So I've got multiple reds, varying shades, and as this kind of dries, I'm gonna go back and add a little bit more and do a little bit more and do a little bit more. But getting the first bit of this down so that it kind of starts to get in, kind of going into the background, because it will go away. So layer one, and then we're gonna do some of our, now this is where it takes my patience and my my swift hand, stealth maybe, slow hand. I have a slight shake, and it's not so bad tonight, but I overthink this to begin with, and then with this slight shake, it's hard because I just start down here. That's one down. And then two down. Now this is the part that's kind of hard, is figuring out where exactly, like, you want it to look like you want it to look like it's attached to it, but yet not like this side has to attach to that side and the behind side has to attach to that side. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic. So sometimes I start where I just attach it to itself, just so it kind of gives it a dimension, and then it's floating there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and attach a section and a section, and then I'll come outward and put another one. But I'm going to wait a little bit till I get a little more red on the sled itself. Sled. I think there's I think it depends, and I'm probably going to be completely wrong about this. So I think it depends on, the terminology of sleigh and sled are so close, but yet not. And I know that can be debated depending on where you are in the world, the terms, you know, are slightly different. And if it's Santa's sled or not. I'm just going with that. I might be able to add another layer already. But whatever way you want to call it, however you want it to be. Oh, that was, when I spun my hand around, or the brush around it, my hand jerked, and I definitely did not. Sometimes I do splatter paint everywhere. This is not one of those occasions where I want to do splatter paint. I want it to be not. So hopefully that won't be an issue. But I'm trying. Oh, I was just about to say I'm trying to keep the lines pretty straight. But again, it's that whole I've got the shakes. And no matter how hard I try, it's just, you know. So we have what we have, and we move forward. I think it's still gonna take one more, although I might be able to, let's see, I'm gonna be adding some greenery. Ooh, there's fuzz. Let's see if I can get it off there. There we go. I'm gonna add some greenery around and some flowers and different things, because remember, I almost said I wasn't gonna do flowers, but I am doing flowers. So some of it's gonna come down on that, and then I'm gonna add in some texture as it dries and everything. So I might be at the right amount, like it might stay okay. But we'll see. We'll give it a little bit more time. So we got gold on that. I don't want. A lot of times you'll hear me say as well that when I'm painting, I don't necessarily. Excuse me. Oh, I have a frog in my throat. When I'm doing flowers, I don't necessarily change my brush that often. But I will tell you, I will be with this because I'm going to be doing some white flowers. And so with that, I want to kind of have the white a little more white. White. But we'll see. We'll see as we go along. And I'll be, like I said, probably pulling more stuff down here at some point as well. We're gonna fill it with flowers. And some pine along the way. It's funny, I tend to, I don't really have a plot or plan, and so things get covered up very quickly that I think are going to be in the right spot. Then I'm like, oh, nope, that's not, because I have to fill in something or do something. But again, it's okay. Whatever, however it works out is how it works out. And that's the beauty in paint, is you can add and add and add. Can't generally subtract, but sometimes you can, you know, kind of hide. Well, I shouldn't say, there are masters in the craft. I was going to say masterpieces, but masters in this craft, I'm sure, that can make things disappear that have been put on the canvas. But I am not one of those that could do that. So I thought I had my brushes all sitting here, but I don't. So now I have a white and I have a cream, and it's very hard to tell on there, I'm sure, but I've put the white and the cream on there. And when I'm painting like with white, I like to add the cream with it because that kind of outlines the texture. Like you can then see the white. I do that with a lot of colors, like if it's black with black and gray. This brush is not the brush that I should be doing with this because it's got an extra tiny little section out there. It's good for doing details, but this is not what I should be doing with that. I may actually do a few of these and add some of the gold into that. That would be kind of cool. There's like a little piece of fuzz there. So that might be an option. I might do that. And I'm probably going to get some of the green on here, but that's okay. As much as I want the white to just be the white with the cream, I know my, I am not a good waiter arounder. I tend to never want to do a painting that takes more than, a few, like 30 minutes or so. I have made paintings where I do them in stages, or I do them, over a few days. But they are not the norm. They are not the norm at all. They are definitely the oh yeah, they're not. They come and they go. So now let's see. I think now that I'm gonna do a little bit of the gold to highlight in there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just a little bit of a highlight in here. And I'll be adding some more as I go along. But for now, this is what we're doing here. I'm like... So we got that, and now I'm gonna do some kind of more like random. Might come back to some red roses, maybe even gold. And a lot of this will be covered up at some point. So whatever's on here it's, we're just going to keep adding flowers as we go along. And then see, this is where I start I start losing my paintbrush because I have the white separated right now. But it doesn't necessarily mean it will be forever. And the green will kind of take over. But that's okay. And then, let's see. I'm gonna, ooh, I got it all over me. Okay, so now this, you see, is gonna go over here like it's attached. And then I think I need this in front of that. I've probably done, this is where I always overthink this, because I don't want it back. I should have done this one first and then the little bit. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. See, it'll be okay. It works. It works. And then I think I'm gonna do this one is curved a little bit more. Okay. And so now I can do some kind of gold and white flowers over here. Whoa, I had something going on. Sometimes the paints, with the weather being up and down, up and down, up and down, they get a little bit crazy. And get like, some of them get runny, some of them get hard, and so they will get little beads in them. I don't know really how to explain them. Just kind of yuckiness. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna start putting some red flowers. They feel messy. They are messy. Let's just go ahead and say it. They are messy. There's no feeling about them. They are messy. They are messy. So I tend to like to do like some, I don't know. Then we're gonna, remember how I said I didn't, want the white messed up, and I used a separate brush. Well, now, see, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be putting the red on there. And so it will be messed up. I promise it'll be messed up. It happens. It happens a lot. But that's okay. That's okay. See? Told you. Told ya. And here I am starting where this was the gold brush, and then I had white and gold on it, and then it turned to the red brush, and now it has the green on it as well, which happens. It's gonna be messy, people. It's gonna be all messy in just a few minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, we'll get there eventually. It'll all, you know, it'll turn to mush. It'll be what it should be. We want all the different colors in there too, so we'll put like tons of different, and see how this is still kind of fading along here. So we're just gonna keep adding to it. Should have put that one spike a little bit different, but I mean this thing down here, but it'll all work out. It'll all work out. Let's see. We're just gonna put some more and more and more, and this will be okay because we'll make it. I'm gonna add some more texture to it eventually too, so we're good. Okay, so back to our flowers, and we just mix them and mix them. And put some in there. And we can even do a little more of a gold flare with the red. And a gold. I like getting them kind of all mixed in there because they go different directions and they follow and kind of mix in there. And I'm gonna put a little down here. And see, we can do kind of a candy cane or peppermint, whatever you want to call it, flower. Up here, maybe another gold arrange with some of that. And might need a little more white. And another kind of red. We're getting there. So Owen had a pretty good day today. We went to church today, and he loves going to church. My boy loves going and being there with his peoples and having fun and seeing his friends. So it was a good day. And we had a nice afternoon, little high strung on a few things, but you know, who isn't these days? And we had some interesting moments as well when he decided he wanted to do all kinds of things with his milk, pouring them on the floor. But you know, sometimes you gotta do things. You just gotta do what you gotta do. So, but like I said, he had a pretty good day. There was a few little incidents, few little minor back and forth. But it was fun. He's excited to go to music therapy tomorrow. He told me that he wanted to, he said sing Mozart with his therapist, with her on the ukulele. So I'm sure there's, more to what he wants, but that will be his interesting time frame, I'm sure. And it's so great to have people that are so good with my boy. And he's excited about school, and then he'll have his vision therapy as well tomorrow. So, except for our little faux pas over here where that's too close, but it's got to be connected at some point, so it's all good, really. Okay, I think I'm not going to do anymore. I think that's done. And I said that, and I was like, oh, I think I want a little bit right here, because it was just looking a little. I think that's done. I think. Couple random little leaves, and then I want one right there. Okay, so I sign this O for Owen, and then L and B. So there we go. All right. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles!